Top 10 Amazing Facts About Africa. 1. Africa is the birthplace of humanity. Africa is known as the cradle of humankind because modern humans, Homo sapiens, first evolved here. Fossils like the Omo remains in Ethiopia, dated at over 200,000 years old, are the oldest known human remains. In Tanzania's Great Rift Valley, the Laetoli footprints, 3.6 million years old, prove that early hominins walked upright. Famous fossil finds like Lucy, Australopithecus afarensis, discovered in 1974, reveal how humans evolved in Africa before migrating to the rest of the world. 2. The Sahara Desert is larger than the US at 9.2 million square kilometers, 3.6 million square miles. The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert on Earth. Only Antarctica and the Arctic are bigger, but they're cold deserts. It stretches across 11 countries, including Egypt, Algeria, Libya, Mali, Niger, and Sudan. Despite its arid nature, the Sahara has a fascinating history. About 10,000 years ago, it was fertile and full of rivers and lakes, known as the Green Sahara. Ancient cave paintings show animals like giraffes, elephants, and even hippos. Sand dunes can reach 180 meters, 600 feet, high, and temperatures can exceed 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, in summer. 3. Africa is the most linguistically diverse continent. Over 2,000 languages are spoken across Africa, grouped into 4 major families: Afro-Asiatic, Arabic, Amharic, Somali, Hausa. Niger-Congo, Swahili, Yoruba, Zulu, Shona. Nilo-Saharan, Maasai, Dinka, Luo. Khoisan, famous for click sounds. Nigeria alone has over 500 languages, making it the most linguistically diverse country. Swahili, spoken across East Africa, has more than 150 million speakers and serves as a regional lingua franca. Languages like Arabic, French, English, Portuguese, and Spanish are also widely spoken due to colonization. 4. Victoria Falls. The smoke that thunders. Located on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls is one of the largest waterfalls in the world. It measures 1.7 kilometers, 1 mile, wide and 108 meters, 354 feet, high, making it nearly twice as tall as Niagara Falls. Locally, it's called Mosi Oatunya, meaning the smoke that thunders, because the spray can rise 400 meters into the air and be seen from 50 kilometers away. During the wet season, over 500 million liters, 132 million gallons of water cascade over every minute. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and considered one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. 5. The Great Migration. The world's largest overland animal movement. Every year, 1.5 million wildebeest, 200,000 zebras, and 500,000 gazelles migrate across the Serengeti in Tanzania and Masai Mara in Kenya. The migration follows seasonal rainfall, as animals move in search of fresh grazing lands. The Mara River crossing is the most dramatic stage, where herds plunge into crocodile-filled waters. The migration covers about 1,800 miles, 2,900 kilometers, annually and is so massive it can be tracked from space. It is considered the 8th wonder of the natural world and draws thousands of tourists each year. 6. Africa holds 30% of the world's mineral wealth. Africa is one of the richest continents in natural resources. 70% of the world's cobalt, vital for rechargeable batteries. 90% of the world's platinum. 50% of global gold reserves. South Africa and Ghana are top producers. Major producers of diamonds: Botswana, South Africa, Namibia, DRC. Nigeria and Angola are leading oil producers, while the Democratic Republic of Congo supplies much of the world's copper and cobalt. These resources fuel global industries but have also been linked to challenges such as conflict minerals and unequal wealth distribution. 7. Lake Victoria. Africa's inland sea, covering 68,800 square kilometers, 26,600 square miles, Lake Victoria is Africa's largest lake and the world's second largest freshwater lake by surface area, after Lake Superior in North America. It borders Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya, and supports over 40 million people who rely on it for fishing, transport, and farming. The lake is the source of the White Nile, one of the Nile River's two main tributaries. It is home to over 500 species of fish, though the introduction of the Nile perch has caused ecological damage by wiping out many native species. 8. Mount Kilimanjaro. Africa's roof. Rising 5,895 meters, 19,341 feet, above sea level, Kilimanjaro in Tanzania is Africa's tallest peak. It is a dormant stratovolcano with three volcanic cones, Kibo, Mwenzi, and Shira. Its snow-capped summit is famous because it lies just 330 kilometers, 205 miles, from the equator. Sadly, its glaciers have shrunk by over 85% in the past 100 years, and scientists predict they may disappear entirely by 2050 due to climate change. It is part of the Seven Summits, the tallest peaks on each continent, and attracts climbers from all over the world. 9. The Nile River. Lifeline of civilizations. At 6,650 kilometers, 4,130 miles. The Nile is the longest river in the world, though some sources rank the Amazon slightly longer depending on measurements. It flows through 11 countries, including Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda, and Tanzania, before emptying into the Mediterranean Sea. The river was the backbone of ancient Egyptian civilization, whose farming, trade, and culture relied on its annual flooding. Today, over 300 million people depend on the Nile for water, transport, and irrigation. The construction of the Aswan High Dam, Egypt, and Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam shows how critical the river still is for energy and survival. 10. Africa has the world's youngest population. Africa's population is about 1.4 billion people, and nearly 60% are under 25 years old, making it the youngest continent. By 2050, Africa's population is projected to reach 2.5 billion, meaning 1 in 4 people on Earth will be African. Nigeria alone is expected to surpass 400 million people, becoming the third most populous country in the world after India and China. This youth boom represents both a challenge, education, jobs, infrastructure, and an opportunity, a dynamic workforce, tech innovation, and cultural influence. These 10 detailed facts show Africa as a land of deep history, staggering natural beauty, immense resources, and vibrant people shaping the future.